Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Kenn Bosak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. Cause I'm Kenn bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Kenn Bosak.
And we're live, bros.
Hey.
How goes it?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm feeling better. Like, I was sick all month, dude. Plus, I had like an actual infection because my dumbass likes to cook naked and get burns from grease, and then they get infected, and then I get sick on top of being sick. And finally, can get out of bed today. So
You were cooking naked, right?
yeah, it's just dumb.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I thought that would be a good idea.
I mean, at least you didn't burn your sausage.
Yeah, that's true. I was making burgers actually, and
Okay.
I just put some butter on the burger. You know what I mean? As it was done, so I could get that like reverse sear crisp on it, and it just popped right off of it. The whole like little cube of butter hit me right on the belly. So our guest today, bros, needs no introduction. The one, the only, Joel Com.
What's happening, guys?
It's happening. It's happening. What that
I'm glad
is-
you're feeling better, man. That was that sucked.
No, it definitely sucks. I'm still on antibiotics for another, I think 2 weeks worth of antibiotics for this. It's pretty messed up.
That's a lot of antibiotics. That's a long
Yeah, it
course.
is.
Yeah, it's messing up my stomach
no,
too.
too.
I could totally feel the toll the antibiotics are taking on my stomach because I'm eating like once a day. Like, I can't eat. My stomach is just not cool, man. I had like 2 slices of pizza 2 days ago, and yesterday I had half of a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I haven't eaten yet today, and it's noon.
You're
That's
fasting.
one of the things I miss in Puerto Rico is they're finally building a Chick-fil-A like about 12 minutes from where I live.
Whoa.
But we haven't.
I
had
forgot
it, so-
that you were in a tropical paradise.
Oh yeah, man.
Yo, are they going to be open on
Right
Sunday? I wonder if the
Probably
Puerto Rican Chick-fil-A should be open on Sundays.
Oh
They're
man,
still
they're
killing
really
it.
they're family oriented here. I mean, it's not likely. I don't think so.
Well, I'm curious as to like the physical crypto or like NFT vibe on the ground in Puerto Rico. Because here in Miami, it seems like it's already part of normal life. Like you walk into a small shop, they're most likely going to be involved in accepting Bitcoin, or they have like an NFT club or something. Like smoke shops here in Miami, or there's like art galleries and stuff. Like they're very utilizing this technology. I'm curious, like, what's that like on the ground in Puerto Rico? Can you like spend Bitcoin?
No, man, it's island life. They're behind here quite a bit. It's going to be a while, I think, before we see, any kind of mass adoption of commerce accepting Bitcoin. But the community of people, especially, Americans who have moved here, they call it Crypto Rico because the tax advantages for living here are insane. And so we know lots of crypto people. I've spoken at several crypto events here already. And so the people who are moving the space and into the space are here, but I don't think that the Puerto Rican, commerce has picked up on it yet. They will. They'll be there.
Yeah, it seems like the perfect petri dish for starting to accept and play around with this, since their laws are pretty accommodating considering the other laws around the world when it comes to like crypto. I bet it's like one of those they don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth too quickly over there. It's we're good with crypto laws over here, so let's let kick around the beehive. Let's let other people experiment. Have you seen what was it? Venezuela bought like $5 million worth of Bitcoin during the dip, and it's now up. Like they're pretty excited. Is Puerto Rico buying Bitcoin like themselves?
I don't know. That's a really good question. I can't answer that.
Huh. Yeah, something I've been thinking about. I'm wondering if there's like states that have been like bagging up some, like on the down low, not really talking about it, but it's part of their bag. Yeah. So where do you see crypto going in Puerto Rico in the future? Does it look like it would be like the Silicon Valley of blockchain, or is it more so like the vacations paradise spot of like blockchain?
Yeah, we're still a territory of the U.S., so you don't need a passport if you're a U.S. citizen to come here.
I keep forgetting that.
And go. Yeah, so it's its own country, but it is a territory, and so we're part of the United States, so we're subject to the same laws and regulations of the U.S. as far as crypto goes. And that's a negative thing right now, because the U.S. is, you can't believe how restrictive it is here. That there's exchanges you can't sign up for, that you have to be a
I believe it. There's the FTX arena down the street from my house, and I can't even go to that website legally in this country. So
it's just it's insane. We're so far behind, and it doesn't help Americans at all that we're so far behind. It just, the rich are fine because they don't need to worry about it, and they're the qualified investors. And Joe Sixpack, he's the one who gets screwed, because the government tells him you can't invest in this token offering, you can't sign up for this exchange, but you can take your hard-earned check and go down to the casino, down to the riverboat, and blow it all, red or black.
No bailout there.
That's fine, no problem. It's so corrupt, it's so messed up, and so all they're doing is chasing innovation offshore.
Yeah,
people are going, all right, fine, I won't build here, I won't invest here, I'll do it somewhere else.
Man, that's exactly what's happening, unfortunately. I don't really see that changing anytime soon either. Honestly, I just not reasonably soon anyway. Probably a decade from now till the U.S. catches up to where a lot of other countries are where it comes to. But there's also been like countries that have gone to even more extremes where you're not even legally allowed to use crypto at all or NFTs at all. And recently I read that the VPN services have actually started to block people from using like OpenSea through a VPN. Have you seen that, man? Yeah,
I have not seen that.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
crazy.
People are saying like, oh, crypto censorship resistant. And I'm like, have you not seen, like, it's still like the internet is very censored, and people can't even get to your blockchain on the internet. So it's censored before it's not censored, which is sort of like a paradox in crypto. That it's like, oh, it's layer 3, it's web 3, it's censorship resistant. We don't need all them. Like, yeah, you still need Netflix or Comcast or Verizon if you want to use Bitcoin. Like, it's very centralized. So I'm hoping that independent internet like Starlink and shit like that can really bind the bigger companies to be more or less censoring to getting to platforms. Have you seen
there's like helium, right? We talked to Nick Hawk.
Oh yeah, dude, that's
recently, and if you can get decentralized hotspots and Wi-Fi, where we're all operating the nodes, our systems are all connecting, and then you don't got to worry about the carriers that are censoring.
I've seen
Now,
a
what is
lot
it
of.
that like stops that from taking off? Because I've always thought that was brilliant too, and I participate in something similar.
I don't think
And I've
anything's really
always wondered,
stopping
like,
it, bro. I see a
well,
lot of kids, like kids, like 18, around that age, like posting a lot of content around their helium nodes and stuff like that, and talking about like antennas and strengths and I don't know. I just see it being like way more talked about than Bitcoin mining was when I got into Bitcoin. Like there was like,
right.
1 in 100 people talking about mining Bitcoin. I see like way too many people on the internet, like from like the TikTok side of things, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, talking about the helium hotspot miners and what they're earning these kids every month. And I just love that that's getting their minds open to like this, not like passive income, but sort of like investable wealth with dividend type of potential. Like it's
And I think it's
gamifying money
cool.
for them.
I think it's cool. I'm saying like I think it would be cool if we could get that to be like more understood
I think that's
globally,
just
that there's
time.
this kind of way.
I
You know?
think things like helium just need time. They could put $1 billion into marketing. It ain't going to give them the time they need. They just need time. I don't even think they should waste money on marketing.
Well,
Maybe.
it's a viral thing, right? People
Yeah.
buy nodes, and they're the ones that are propagating the network and multiplying the network effect on it. So I think you're right. Time is, and it's just growing,
Yeah.
right? There's more nodes coming online every day. In fact, where I am, which is kind of remote from San Juan, I'm an hour outside of San Juan. I looked on Helium's map, and there's a couple nodes right here within my hood, like that. When they flip the switch on it and Wi-Fi is live, I could use it.
Oh wow. Huh. Yeah, that's pretty good. Give us some more time. That's all it needs. Because I remember when GoTenna came out like years ago, and I was just like, oh, GoTenna, that's cool. Like it's like a free MeshNet network, and I was like, oh wait, that's so not secure. I don't think I would use that. Maybe if I needed to like use a GPS in the middle of the woods and I had a GoTenna stick and get me whatever. Very like I was thinking like, wow, that's sketchy. And then Helium came out. I was like, well, yeah, with blockchain protocols in store, the security is innate to the blockchain, which is, yeah, this is gonna work. Like it was like GoTenna. I don't know if people even know what the hell I'm talking about, but it was like GoTenna times 10 for me. I was just like, Helium makes sense, and I'm happy
It
that they're
just
still
didn't
around
catch
because
on
they've had
that
a
much.
they've had
That's why
a
they don't
hard
know what you're
uphill
saying.
battle, dude. GoTenna is like this physical thing. It's like sort
Yeah,
of
I
like a
mean,
tampon you put in your back pocket, and it like connects to other people's little tampons in their back pocket, and you create this mesh net.
I wouldn't know what that feels like. I have never
it's
carried
it didn't catch on, and it's just not. It
Because
just
it's not really
wasn't great.
secure though. Like if you're using it to mesh through, I can like see what you're doing, or I could push stuff to your device, right? So it's like
Huge problem.
yeah, huge problem. And that's
Maybe the biggest problem.
and that's like one of the first
like
things
the
I looked
opposite
into in
of
Helium. I was like, can people like can they sniff the data that's going through these nodes? Can they push data through the node into the device that I have connected to? And it's no, no, and no. And I'm like, wow, like this is awesome.
Can your provider like mess with that at all? Your service provider?
You're not using it.
No.
You're not using it. That's the thing.
So you're skipping that altogether.
The only service provider you're using is the electricity company.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're providing power to the node, and then from there you should be good to go. Especially, I
power
can't.
to the node, yo.
Power.
What-
That is a T-shirt or a bumper sticker waiting. Power to
So
the
would
node.
you say the advantage of using that over something like Starlink is that Starlink could still be centralized, or it's just not giving some reward for participation?
Starlink is definitely centralized. Yeah, I mean, Starlink would love to do what Helium is doing. I think I think most companies that we see that are competable in the blockchain space will either DAO out and try to create a blockchain version of what they're already doing to compete with the companies that are doing blockchain versions of what they're doing without it, or they're going to they're just going to start buying up companies in blockchain and then taking a piece or two from it, and that's it really. So
yeah, we're already kind of seeing that a little bit. Do you think Elon Musk's understanding of this space would lead him to develop something world changing that could use crypto, considering that he's creating an internet that's not decentralized, but it is for everybody, but it doesn't offer the same rewards that some of the decentralized networks offer? Like, do we see him actually like implementing any of this stuff, or is it just all hot air?
Right, Joel? Like, what do you think? You think SpaceX is going to be using SpaceX coin?
I think more likely Dogecoin, right?
Oh, that's a
Such
good. Yeah,
a
yeah.
fan.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
loved it.
He's such a fan. Why
That's better
wouldn't
for the market if you think about it.
it is. Why wouldn't you use an existing crypto? He doesn't need to create a new one. You know, a lot of people, they do that to fundraise, right? But that's not necessary. So why not take an existing chain and leverage that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's
I can't imagine what goes on in that dude's head. He's so freaking smart.
Well, he loves irony, and that's why he picked Doge as well.
Yeah.
'Cause He's meant to never be that serious. And he's like, well, I'll make it the most serious thing you've ever seen, buddy.
Right.
And I think that's what I love about him. but as far as
Absolutely.
like figuring it out, like I think you're right. There's no telling.
So I'm curious, what have you been doing in the NFT space right now? Like, are you playing with anything new, cool, and interesting that we may not know too much about? Because there's
yeah.
a lot of new things happening in the NFT environment, but because of sort of like the weather around the market, I think it's falling off the radar. A lot of the innovations that are taking place.
Yeah, I mean, look, when we started, it was collectibles, right? It was novelty. It's like, let's create some really badass art and collectibles and package them up in a fun way. That's how, Blockchain Heroes got started. And we messed around with several other collections, including, the Bro Punks. And that's right, man. And people were then demanding utility. And that makes sense because that's something we've talked about from the beginning, is that at some point NFTs will unlock physical goods, digital goods, real life experiences, community, really who knows whatever the creator wants to put in that little magical box of their imagination that NFT key unlocks. And so last year, a gentleman wrote to the podcast after hearing us. And I don't know if you remember an events company called the Learning Annex from several years ago. They used to put on these mega arena events with former presidents and celebrities and people. They'd pack people in, 20,000 people for a day of learning. And, they teach them real estate and, who knows what else. And so the founder of that company, Bill Zanker, wrote to me and he's like, I got some celebrity connections, thinking about putting on events with NFTs and doing stuff around them. And the first one that he wanted to work with was this guy right here.
I saw this picture, and I love the hair here. By the way, I was gonna mention that.
I did not see this picture, and I fucking loved it.
I was gonna say, man.
I did cut the hair. When I moved to Puerto Rico, I let it flow and grow and had a ponytail for a little bit. And it just, gets hot. So I was like, all right.
I'm feeling that with the beard here in Miami, man.
Right?
Did you arm wrestle Stallone? Did you arm wrestle him?
I did not arm wrestle him, but as
you didn't want to feel the power?
Well,
I just want to, even if you broke my arm, I just want to feel it.
We did get into it a little bit because I had to persuade him about why NFTs, were a good way for him to engage with his fans, because he is so inspirational and he's inspired
like, I don't get it.
Millions of people. He did get it, but so I took a picture as I finally persuaded him. That was that one right there finally got him on board. All right.
Knockout.
You got me there, Joel. Come, I'm gonna do the NFTs with you. He was great. He's so down to earth, such a real guy, has inspired so many people. And if you check out his Instagram, he's always engaging with his fans. And we're like, you know what? This is how you create an NFT collection and build utility into it, where a celebrity wants to engage with their fans. And so we've put together a collection that he has curated at planetsly.com. And we're going to be minting soon. Announcements for specific date and price are coming, but these are 9,997 NFTs. They're called Sly Guys, that celebrate the life and times of Mr. Stallone. You can kind of see right here as it goes through some of the variations.
I love these.
Yeah, they're really fun. They are just, let me refresh it, see if it goes through them here. supposed to look. Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see them highlighted. All kinds of different characteristics, right? Lots of color, some unique one of ones that are in the collection, and all kinds of attributes, weapons, and you might see him holding a turtle or a lunchbox, wearing a hat, a military hat, or wearing a gangster hat, different glasses, night vision goggles. You might get super lucky and get one of his dogs, that show up with him. And we're bringing real utility to the collection, because everybody who buys them, there's certain things that are going to unlock, and people can go through, the roadmap to read more about it. But just on a high level, there's going to be the Stallone Movie Club. And so if you own a Sly Guy, you connect your wallet, and there's going to be a day that Stallone picks a film, his choosing, and screens it live with Sly Guy holders and gives live commentary.
Oh, that's cool. Like Mystery Science Theater.
Exactly. Only it'll be totally unique to that moment, and people will be able to type in questions, and he'll pick some of them to answer and engage with people. It's like up close and personal. Everybody who buys a Rocky DVD, you get a pre-recorded commentary, right? Often from the director, sometimes the celebrity or the producer. This is going to be a live, one-of-a-kind commentary that he's going to do, and it's going to be, and we don't know what movie he's going to pick. That's going to be a great experience.
Yeah, I mean, Demolition Man, 100%.
Yeah, Get Carter.
So maybe people will vote. We haven't decided yet. Maybe
I would love to see the vote. I would love to see Demolition Man beat Rocky, just because.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
If you could get Wesley Snipes on the line too, for the call in, oh man, that would be hilarious.
He likes Wesley. When I was in Florida, we talked a little bit about Snipes. He's like, he's crazy, dude's crazy, but he loves him.
Would he ever pick the movie The Party at Kitty and Studs? Are you familiar with that one?
Is that one of his early?
It was his first movie, technically.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
I'm guessing probably not. I'm guessing probably not. I also think he probably wouldn't pick Rhinestone, but
these were adult films, if people are.
And I like how people that are not crypto savvy will understand the utility behind this, because it's very Patreon-esque. It's something that people are very aware to when it comes to reward-based sort of on a donation-based, reward-based interacting with somebody is this is very Patreon-esque utility, where people that don't understand NFTs, don't understand crypto, can understand that. And I think that's important, where it's not overcomplicating the thing. When you say utility, people are like, what do you mean? Do I have to call my electric company? What do you mean utility?
Right.
Yeah. You say OnlyFans, bro. It's like
OnlyFans, yeah.
It gets better. So
yeah, it does.
Because Bill has his background in events, there's going to be a snapshot date in the future that'll be announced. And if you are holding 3 Sly Guys minimum in your wallet, you're going to be dropped another NFT. And that NFT is a ticket to a private dinner in Miami.
I'm here.
We're going to have an event there. Sly's going to come, and he's going to speak, and he's going to inspire all the Sly Guy holders that are there for the dinner. You can use that ticket. You can sell that ticket, on OpenSea to somebody who doesn't have Sly Guys. Because again, there's millions of Stallone fans. There's only 9,997 Sly Guys, which means and the math, won't work out this way, but if 3,333 people own them and have 3 of each, that's the cap on the number of people who come to the dinner. Of course, it's not going to be like that, because you're going to have a lot of ones. You're going to have some whales that have 10 or more, but have 3, you get to come to this dinner and hang out, with Sly. He's going to talk and tell stories and inspire and probably take questions. And it's just going to be an amazing IRL experience. And even then, we're just getting started, because at 100% sold out, we have a bunch of surprises. We're not telling people what they are, because we're going to do things a little differently with this collection. But let's just say that.
Wait, how different is this? Is this not on Wax?
No, this is not on Wax. This is on Ethereum.
Oh. Yeah, it's weird that all the big names just want to go that way. And
yeah,
I've been saying that for a while. I mean, they're going to want to go there. So
it's
it's
where the market is. And look, I love Wax. Wax is, we're the OGs of Wax. We were the first major product to release on Atomic Assets. We basically, us and Atomic Hub, kind of set off
Yeah.
You know, that storm there back in 2020. In fact, it'll be like August of this year will be 2 years since that happened. Love Wax, but Wax has kind of become like the Walmart of NFTs. It's unfortunate because there's no gas.
Super
You can
Kmart.
sell a 1 penny NFT and not pay a fee on it, right? Which I think is awesome. But it's also become this click and earn platform.
Yeah, the whole play to earn whip, and it's been botted to hell, bro. That experience has been scripted to APIs, botted into its own downfall, unfortunately.
And I think that'll fix. I think that there's definitely a place for Wax. I think that what we might see is more projects sell on Ethereum, but play on Wax, right? So if you can get do your sale of your assets on another chain that's more popular, but then use Wax as the infrastructure for playing, it's great for that because you can click and boom, the transaction's done. You don't have to wait. You can't really unpack cards easily on Ethereum. You got to be like Gods Unchained and build your own L2 immutable X in order to make that happen. And nobody, who wants to do that? So this is going to be on Ethereum, and we've got all kinds of surprises. And all I could tell you is that it may have something to do with certain attributes that will be revealed over time. And there's over 275 different attributes.
What? That might be 125 too many for people to keep track of.
You've got all kinds of shirts and sweatshirts and tattoos, and some of them he's sweaty. You got hats, you got different faces. Some of them he's got black eyes, one black eye, two black eyes. Some of them are younger Stallone. Some of them are older. He's got weapons of all kinds. He's got, belts. And
who's the artist behind this?
Pants. So the artist, thank you for asking. The artist is actually a renowned Disney Hasbro artist by the name of Clark Mitchell. Clark, you've seen his work before. You might not have known that you saw it before, but he's done tons of work for, Star Wars and Disney and Hasbro and Coke and Pepsi, and the list of corporate clients goes on. So you've seen a lot of product art that's his, and he's incredibly generous and incredibly talented, and he's hand drawn these. If you go into our Discord at discord.gg/Planet Sly, you can get Sly listed, and you'll see videos of him with his big tablet just doing his art. He's so good. He's amazing.
I'm happy he did a video of him creating the art, because I feel like that's documenting history 100 years from now, 1,000 years from now. When people look at this digital art, the ability to watch it being created may be just as valuable to the people who are looking at the art as the art itself, like watching it get made. Like, imagine if you could go and watch every brushstroke of the Mona Lisa being made. That alone, that video of the Mona Lisa being made, it may be more like visually sought after for viewing than the stationary image of the Mona Lisa itself.
Absolutely.
Pay homage to the art form itself. Like, a lot of artists don't get enough credit, and it's good to just at least throw him a bone and just be like, look, here's this dude doing his thing. He's a master. Check it out. So on that level alone, it's beautiful.
We did an AMA with Sly a few weeks ago for our Discord, and you can't hear audio for this, but you can kind of see that we printed out several of the Sly guys, and he autographed them. And still not exactly sure what how we're gonna use these, but he's talking there about the different attributes on them and the dog, and I think somewhere in here I might have the video of him.
Was that in an RV or a tour bus?
I was just gonna say he's in an RV. I saw the blind.
So great question. He's on location for weeks, shooting a new show from the creators of Yellowstone. It's called Tulsa King, and he is a gangster. So this is his first television series, right? That's going to come out on Paramount Plus. And so he's on location working his ass off from before sunrise to late at night. So we got him in his trailer to do this AMA. Oh, I found this video of Clark doing his drawing. Let me see if I can do a share screen of this with you guys.
Paramount Plus is killing it, by the way. I actually just signed up for that streaming service, and I was just like, all right, well, don't need Netflix anymore.
Okay, can you guys see this?
Yes, sir. Oh, wow.
So this is Clark, working on a slide guy in real time. He's got this massive tablet that he works on.
Oh, wow. What's the resolution on these things? You could probably like zoom into the pupil and you wouldn't even see a pixel.
Yeah, it's really there you go, where he's zooming in on it. And look at the detail and how quickly he works. Yeah,
that's so trippy.
The pen is very specific too. I feel like that pen is very important too. The tip on it and everything. So
totally. So these are going to be amazing. And here's the other thing that Clark has done is he's created 25 one-of-ones that are golden. And they are each completely unique, and they are numbered 1 through 25. In fact, I can show you a picture of one right.
Oh, so they're
here.
the lowest mints, the one-of-one golds.
Yes. So this is actually mint number 21 of this golden sly guy. 1 through 25 are golden. OpenSea is going to be featuring us on day 1 of the mint, before the whitelist and before the public mint. The first 25 that are each autographed individually and numbered and each different are going to be auctioned on OpenSea. And so and people who own one of these golden ones not only have a ticket to come to the dinner in Miami, but they have the VIP experience. They're going to get to go and spend some time with Sly, meet him, shake his hand, take some pictures, tell a story, right? Tell a joke, whatever it is that, that dream has been. This is up close and personal stuff, real utility for some amazing NFTs.
Nathan, you might be able to get your arm. I was just going to say that.
You
might be able to get your arm
Same
wrestling.
page, bro. You're right here.
Yeah.
Right here. Shit.
I just want to smoke with him. So, I mean, if that's an option, I'm going for one of those. I'm just saying.
But is he
doesn't have to smoke. I just want him to be in the same room as me while I smoke.
I bet you he'd smoke a cigar with you.
There you go. Yeah, you would. Yeah, I would definitely. I got to smoke with Juan of Nefty Blocks, and I told him, I tell the world, I got to smoke weed with Juan. He didn't smoke. He did not. But I was smoking. He was there. I smoked with him.
Blew it at him. You're right. Yeah, he felt it.
You smoked together. That's why I like Juan. He's a good guy. Smart.
Really
Nefty Blocks is making some good moves. Go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say. Also, I wanted to shout out my bro for the $5 super or 5 CAD. I don't want to say 5 CAD super chat. Thank you, Sean. Much appreciated, bro. Love you, miss you. Yeah, Canadian money. It's way better than this American fiat.
Yeah, it's not inflating as fast.
Have you ever tried to rip a Canadian bill? It's so much better than our money.
Yeah, they make them out of styrofoam.
I thought it was like Tyvek, like the Tyvek gift for like when you're siding a house or roofing. What their money.
They actually laminate all their money. I don't know why. Just Canadian money being laminated is funny to me.
Yeah. Have you?
That's what they would do.
Out of curiosity, Joel, has this opened any opportunities to work with other celebrities? Have you kind of used this as a conversation starter with other celebrities?
Maybe Arnold.
Arnold, I don't know about NFTs.
That'd be amazing.
But
if you're working with Sylvester, Arnold don't want nothing to do with you.
Yeah, actually, there's a lot of people that are on the radar. We want to go ahead and get this one wrapped up and bring it to market and really, give Sly all the love and attention and focus that this collection deserves. We think it's going to sell out really fast, even in this market right now. We haven't decided on the price yet, but they're going to be priced very fairly. And the mint is coming this month. We just haven't announced the official date yet. So you want to get into the Discord, discord.gg/Planet Sly, and get Sly listed. I think that we've got if you're Sly listed, you've got 3 mints that you can do, and we're capping the Sly listed 3,000 people because that's going to account for the majority of the collection, right? And I think we're at about 2,800 that are Sly listed, and we're not doing it where, hey, just show up and grind. We don't like that. We want fans. These are fans. These are people that actually want to connect with Sly. They're not in it to flip it. This is not a flip it collection. This is get this and get the utility, get the experiences that we're going to bring along with this collection. And so we're being a little more careful about just saying, oh, you want to buy? Okay, you're on the Sly list. Now you got to show some Sly love. There's tons of people that create Stallone fan art. Show us a picture of your fan art. Now you're on the Sly list. Make a video telling us, what film inspired you. Post it on your Instagram, on your TikTok, whatever, 30 seconds. Now you're on the Sly list because you've shown Sly love, right? Tell us a story that, how he inspired you. So the people that are getting signed up to purchase these are Stallone fans. We're not interested in people coming in to, shave a few, a 0.1 ETH and profit on these things. This is for real connection and utility. I'm not saying that, we don't intend to help drive value to increase the value of these, but of course, in, this market, you can never promise any of that. It's not financial advice. We want to deliver value.
Well, that's why
But
like
if
the
you do what you
Patreon
said,
version.
it does make it valuable.
Right.
That's the irony, is not doing it for the money makes it money. So I don't know. I mean, it's interesting how that works, right?
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can relate to like the Patreon mentality where people are already, you don't go to Patreon to support somebody that you love for a reward that they're giving, sort of like PBS style, donate this, you get a t-shirt. Like, people aren't thinking about flipping those things. They're doing it out of genuine love. You don't really resell love. But there are things, like you mentioned, where the event in Miami, people that are collecting this may not be able to physically make it. So they might be able to help somebody that wants to go, like myself, who is in Miami, actually attend by flipping that thing that they can't even use, even though they love it. So just like the option of is great, but I don't think that's like you said, the main mentality coming in shouldn't be scalping or flipping. It should just be, genuine appreciation. And dude, that art is dope. Do they have any like Demolition Man art? Because I ain't gonna lie, like that is my favorite Stallone movie, hands down. That like
might be the best.
Made my child. I want to ask him if he ever figured out how to use the 3 seashells.
So all of the art that is by the way, that was fan art I was showing you. We've got a Sly fan art.
Are you just gonna mint the fan art?
No.
Oh,
well,
okay.
So that's a really great question. That's not what we're
ideas.
doing with the Sly guys, but there has definitely been talk about, because look, after it's done, we want to provide, airdrops. And this is just a what if, okay? This is an idea that I bounced around with the team, and, of course, everything's got to go by Sly, and he's got to give his thumbs up and put an approval on it. But wouldn't it be cool if there were additional digital drops? What if he went through fan art that was submitted and picked 100 of them, and every Sly guy holder got randomly one of these different pieces of fan art that Sly curated himself with the permission of the creator? Wouldn't that be cool? That's the type of utility or additional value I want to bring this collection. We don't want to just, all right, you bought it, now you own it and it's done. No, this is a legacy for Stallone. This is a big move for him to get into the space, to understand it, to get it, and to want to connect with his fans this way. And, our goal as a team is to continue bringing value. And that's the beautiful thing about NFTs, is that you can put whatever you want in that magical box at any time you want.
Yep.
Right? There's no end to it.
It's the Green Lantern's ring. It's limited to your imagination. That's about it.
Yeah. It's the ultimate loyalty program.
Yes, I like that. And that's how I've been talking to a lot of the small businesses here in Miami. NFTs are the ultimate loyalty program. It's a loyalty rewards program if you want it to be. And you don't have to pay $100,000, a year to maintenance it through these centralized rewards companies. So yeah, I love that mentality of going in thinking that way, like, for the collectors and the fans, man. Do you think there's going to be a barrier to entry on people getting the crypto to get the NFTs, or do you think we're at a point where it's just mainstream enough that the average fan of Stallone can get his hands or her hands on some crypto to get the NFTs?
Well, that's a really great question, and we've partnered with Crossmint, and they offer fiat gateway. So
there you go.
People can just use their credit card to buy their Sly guy, because he does have millions of fans. If you go to his Instagram, there's just so many likes. And for a lot of those people, onboarding to a MetaMask and getting ETH in their wallet is something difficult. So take a credit card and boom, you got your Sly guy. Guess what? Now you're into NFTs, and it was painless. So, eventually we're going to get there where it's a lot simpler for people to get crypto and buy in, but that's definitely going to help ramp up you know, the interest in the sale is that anybody can buy these.
Yeah, it's definitely mainstreamable right there. You know, I people are like, oh, crypto mainstream was, you know, is both sides working together, not just like a store accepting Bitcoin, but you know, also a crypto project accepting fiat. You know, that interoperability needs to be there. So I think that that's very important that you've got that collaboration going for credit card purchases. What are like? I mean, I'm sure you've looked into it, so I'm like curious. What are some of like the securities that they offer a project since they accept fiat for an NFT when it comes to like chargebacks or fraud, things like that? You know, like credit card
You know,
fraud and shit.
it's a great question. I don't have the answer to that because that's not my part of the partnership dealing with that. So
That's
other
their
team
job,
members
exactly.
are handling it, and I'm
That's
fine
fair.
with that. They've done their due diligence. They believe that this is a good avenue to go, that there is a lot of extra security, you know, there. So I'm just going to trust that that's what's going to work, because unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there that are scammers that
Yeah.
would say, "Oh, I didn't authorize that," but now they've got it in their wallet, and you know, it's on blockchain, so you can't. So you can't, oh, I'm going to give it back. No, it's an NFT. If you're that kind of person, you're just going to go sell it.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I always get concerned about when I hear like, "Oh, you can buy this with fiat," and I'm like, "Yeah, but isn't that system like super sketch? Like, no one's ever you know been able to do a chargeback with Ethereum. That's not a
Right.
thing. But
Correct.
unfortunately, it happens a lot with credit cards and stuff like that. So I was just curious if you've had the conversation about it because I haven't heard much when it comes to that side of it where people are talking about, oh yeah, we accept credit cards for you know this crypto related thing, but nobody really touches on like the what if you know when it comes to chargebacks because I don't know if like Visa has been more aware of like crypto related thing like yeah we don't you can't use your credit card to buy Bitcoin on like you know Coinbase or whatever and then call Visa and be like hey give me my money back you know I don't think
Yeah.
Visa
These are
is
the
doing that.
guys. It's a crossmint.io. These are the folks that, you know, people are going to be able to use, and probably go on here and find the FAQ and discover a little bit more about their security. But I know the team is confident to work with them, so that's good enough for me.
The easiest way to buy NFTs. Facts. That's awesome. Yeah, this is gonna be really interesting to watch roll out, especially with all the utility. You know, like I said, I'm here in Miami, so that's awesome in general. And
Yeah,
this
dude.
is very NFT oriented out here. There's a meetup happening right now. I bet about NFTs like all day, every day. There's so much happening in Miami when it comes to you know crypto and NFTs. So yeah, with the physical events as well as like those virtual ones, like streaming parties. Yeah, like this is just cool shit. Like I love that you know we still have cool things happening, even though we're like what like people are calling this a bear market or something. And I don't. It's bared anything. It's bared everything, including fruit. Like this bear market is bearing fruit because of the.
Of course it is. It's a cycle. I don't, you know, I'm still not buying this notion that we are in a bear market. I think it's a bearish cycle, but Bitcoin is one big bull market,
Yeah.
right? It just is. I mean,
Yeah.
you're
Zoom out on that chart.
Oh, there it goes again.
Yeah.
Right. We know where we're going. And the forces that oppose it are trying their best to say otherwise, but you know, I think we can kind of read the writing on the wall. Are you guys going to New York?
I still am debating on it, honestly. Last time I was in New York with the whole pandemic and masks and mandates, and you needed like vaccine green cards to get into a bathroom to just not pee on the street. Like I had the worst experience just being a human in New York City. I genuinely am almost like turned off even thinking about going to that place.
They've definitely made it challenging. I think it's better now.
Yeah, I've heard it's better. Yeah. Miss Teen
Right.
Crypto was telling me a little while ago that you know it's not as bad as it was and stuff, but it's still just like the memory I have. It's almost like I don't know. I think they fucking traumatized me the way that they reacted to the pandemic. It's like
Yeah.
the only city I was in that whole year that was just like, yeah, it traumatized me.
No, they went full crazy No question about it. Listen, there's a reason that people are moving out of New York and California and, Illinois. There's maybe some people will be wise enough to see the theme there. That's up to you. I'll let you figure it out. But there's a reason they're going to Texas and Florida and Puerto Rico and some of these other places. And there's a reason that the housing markets are booming in Oklahoma and North Carolina, in Tennessee. And, do the math, folks. Figure it out.
I heard Oklahoma doesn't even exist.
It's not real. I did drive through it and it wasn't there. It's crazy.
It's one of my favorite memes that came out of crypto.
I've lived there. Trust me, it exists.
You're like, it exists and it sucks.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't go.
It's
a lot of tornadoes.
The people are amazing. They really are salt of the earth, really nice people. Crime is much lower and lived in a great neighborhood. But it's flat. And yeah, you do get tornadoes, threats from time to time. I went into the storm shelter more than once, never got hit. But living in Colorado and seeing the Rockies every day, that was awesome. And now living here in Puerto Rico and enjoying beautiful weather every day. It really is.
That's how I feel about Miami, man. I'm very blessed every time I open the door, and it's just like, wow, it's fucking nice out, like every day.
Just don't go out in July. Just don't go outside in July or August.
Yeah, hurricane season. I got a letter in the mail about hurricane season. I'm like, oh, that's my first. That's all right. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out.
At least you don't have to deal with those nuclear reactors in Jersey anymore.
Yeah, facts. No,
I don't know. I just think Jersey is just everything's like leaking something or like emitting something.
Oh yeah.
I want to stay away.
Yeah, I don't even want to visit that place again. Oh man, have you since living on an island? I visited a few, and the last time I was on an island, it was like 2 weeks. I was in Hawaii, and I had like island. I don't even know what the word is for it, but I was like island paranoia. Like I just kept having like sudden anxiety about like a tsunami or random none of it made sense. It was like irrational fears. But I just couldn't stop like having weird fears of the island. I was like, I want to go back to mainland.
I don't have that at all. And here's the deal. Look, I've lived in Tornado Alley, right? I grew up in the Midwest and I lived in Oklahoma. And so, tornadoes, they can come on, boom, like that. Tornado, it's on the ground and houses are gone, right? You don't get much warning. Sometimes no warning. An earthquake, you don't know an earthquake is coming, right? But with a hurricane, dude, there's apps, like it shows there's a storm forming a week out.
See it.
You book a flight in case you need to leave the island. I've never had to do that. I've had friends that, have booked just in case, and then you cancel the flight if it's not, going to hit. But you have plenty of warning to, a hurricane doesn't just go boom. Oh, hurricane outside.
You grew up with tornadoes. You're desensitized to Mother Nature's wrath. I grew up in Philly. We had hailstorms at worst.
Right.
I grew up in Illinois, like around Chicago, and we still got decent tornado threats a lot. You hear the sirens a lot there. I mean, they don't touch down a ton, but I've had to
get your warnings every now and then. But
get in the basement, you're good.
It's very rare. So I don't have that issue on the island. I love it. It's a reasonably small island. It takes you 3 hours to drive the long way from one end to the other. I'm an hour from San Juan with a little bit of traffic. My son lives here on the island now. He moved up to San Juan area in Condado. And there's some things that you sacrifice, living here. Things are slower. Amazon Prime isn't 1 or 2 day. It takes a little bit longer. Quality of service isn't like we're used to. So when I do go back to the mainland, I treasure it because it's like, oh my gosh, I can eat anywhere. I can sit down. I can get served. I know what I'm going to get. I can, exit quickly. It's island time here.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned the Amazon thing because that's what I was gonna say too. Is like, so how's it like ordering anything? But yeah, you've touched on that because that would be a pain in the ass to try to order anything from like an IKEA and have to wait like a month, even though that's like technically overnight shipping.
Right, and there's stuff that won't ship here.
Together.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
there's stuff that won't ship there.
Oh yeah, there's stuff that won't ship here. There's some businesses won't ship here. Like we wanted to buy we got our dog and we wanted to get him one of these fresh food services. shipped to Puerto Rico. I
Well,
looked at
then
all
just
of them,
ship it to me and I'll forward it to you from here.
but it's not fresh anymore. That's the
It's
problem.
gonna rot.
Yeah.
So there's some weirdness there, some things you don't get, but that's life, man. You take the good, you take the bad, and it all works out. I'm not unhappy here.
No, dude, I mean, I couldn't imagine being able to. Like, I tell people back home, they're like, so how's Miami? I'm like, even people are happy even when they're miserable. I don't know how else to explain it, but you could have a bad day and still be in a good mood here. So I can only imagine the island vibes that gives, because Hawaii was very similar. It's like, it's the power of the island, honestly. It's like a beacon of good energy. So even if you personally are having a bad day, there's so many people around you that are just happy. It's contagious. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you all for tuning in. D&B, I see you. Chili B, Quarter Crawler, Crazy Crypto Guy. Thanks again for the super chat, Sean. I love you. Miss you. Morton Matt D. Wanted to shout out Smart Digital Payments. Mike, you're the G. I've been sick, so we kept postponing this podcast. But yesterday, Masters of Bitcoin dropped, and it looks like my conference Bro sold out. So thanks everybody for picking up one of those Masters of Bitcoin Bro NFTs. They completely sold out. There's still some left, so go check out Masters of Bitcoin. When I say there's still some left, I mean other people's characters that have been made or other pieces of the game. You can, but yeah, conference Kenn Bosak sold out. I don't know if you saw the art for that, Joel, but it's like really funny. I'm in a giant onesie. Yeah, I'm in a bunny onesie.
It's dope.
Yeah, physical action figures and stuff like that, man. It's pretty cool. So I just want to shout them out. It's good to see projects still being able to sell out in this atmosphere. The market atmosphere is pretty shitty, I'll be honest. But to see projects still be able to sell out, it makes my heart smile. I love to see it. It's motivating to even myself when I see that stuff. So, just GG's to everybody who's still pushing. I guess to wrap things up, is there anything that you wanted to make sure we touched on here, Joel?
No, man, this project will sell out. Really excited to be working with Stallone. Go to planetsly.com and then follow the link to the Discord. Follow on Twitter, PlanetSlyNFT. And don't miss this mint. This is going to be a huge win for everybody.
Yeah, get on that Sly list. Go join their Discord. It's planetsly.com, and their Discord is right there on the top right. So go ahead and join the Discord. Get Sly listed. It is on Ethereum, but you can use your credit card at checkout. So, I mean, these are the things that people are gonna remember. When, like, for me, again, I'm 33 and I still remember Demolition Man like I seen it last night, which I may have. But people like these collectibles. People are gonna. This is the things like people treasure. Like I still have NFTs that I love more than makes sense, right? And I feel like if and physical memorabilia had its time. I feel like, physical memorabilia, like going to a store to buy a t-shirt with like, Rocky on it. It's had its time, but people rather go to Walmart, buy a t-shirt printer, put their own shirt in it, print what they want on it instead, right? So I think virtual memorabilia in this way, which is more personal, feels like it's from Stallone himself rather than from Walmart's shelf or Hot Topic shelf, or printing it at home on a t-shirt. This is more personal. So I think like this kind of swag is more evergreen than physical memorabilia because of the knockoffs, the counterfeits. I was watching a video the other day, and I can't remember who it was, but there was a celebrity who went on a talk show, and he walked up to a thing on the wall, and he took it off the wall, and he was like, threw it in the trash, and they're like, "What do you?" He's like, "That's not my signature. Somebody ripped you off."
It's Kanye.
No. Why is his name not coming to me? He was in that movie. Wait, this is how I remember him. He was in the Bee movie, and he was on trial about bees in the Bee movie, and he's a celebrity. Anyway.
Rob Schneider.
No. But like there's like, there's mainstream things like physical memorabilia that I think we still won't know if it's authentic or not ever, like it's so weird to think about that. Like, oh, I got a signature from, Sylvester Stallone on a Rocky, picture. And like, to come to find out it's not his signature. You know what I mean?
Right.
This memorabilia though is authenticated from this jump and cannot be counterfeited without obvious signs of counterfeiting. So I just think like this is going to be the mainstream memorabilia route. I think that the whole Hot Topic drops are over. I think this is where we're going to see a lot of fan-based memorabilia coming out. Is going to be virtual and digital.
Yeah.
I concur. Hey, thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate talking to you all the time.
Yeah, dude,
It's been
thank
good to
you.
see
I
you.
appreciate you working with my schedule because my last month was so bad. We had to reschedule so many times. I was looking forward to this so much. So just thank you for being super chill about having to reschedule so damn much, man. I love you, dude.
And tell Sly we're coming for him. We
I
got these
just-
arms ready to arm wrestle. You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
And
I just saw a
get
thing.
your slide, guys.
I just saw a
I
thing.
think I'm gonna grab one just so I can just sit there and hassle you guys.
Yo,
Great.
Arm wrestling,
Nathan,
come
it
on.
says right
Great.
here on their website, request collab. How did we not touch on that topic? Just to wrap things up real quick, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, we're open to all kinds of different, ways of getting other collections whitelisted, right? Offering limited numbers or doing contests, that type of thing. So I think we're coming up on the end of that because we're super close to announcing.
Not
the
too
mint.
bad. Me and Bam could have produced like a full-on song and got like 50 cents in it or something.
You still can do a collab. It's still there on the website. I love
It's
that
still
you
there,
have
man.
the collab opportunity.
Click the link, do the thing.
Yeah, guys, if you're watching, I mean, this is an opportunity of a lifetime, honestly. I cannot believe we didn't touch on that. Like, it's the first link on the website, planetsly.com. Right there, request collab. Go ahead and, dude, do it. All of you.
It never hurts to ask.
I'm gonna get a Sly guy. I'm gonna meet Stallone, and we're gonna wrestle. We're not just gonna arm wrestle. We're gonna get oily. I've seen him oiled up. He's very studly. We're gonna wrestle, and it's gonna be enjoyable. And I'm gonna let him win, but I don't have to let him. He would just beat me. He's
I
very
really
strong.
just
Even
want
though
to
he's
smoke
80,
with this
very
guy.
strong.
He's
I'm sorry.
beefy. The dude's built. There's no question
Dude,
about it.
How's he so jacked? I think his birth certificate is a complete lie. Like when they say his age, I'm like, bullshit. This dude is jacked. He's on fire, dude. He's still like 10 out of 10. What is his deal?
That's the people who work out every day. Like Arnold said it too. People are like, "Why do you still work out?" It's like, "Well, why do you still eat breakfast?" It's just I've done it so long. It's just what I do. Like I work out. So I mean, people like him, dude, lifting every day is just like us checking Blockfolio every day. You know, it's almost effortless.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. I love that I love this so much because I love where this could go. Like that's when I ever see something, I always think of like the snowball effect and rolling Planet Slide down the hill. That snowball gets so big. Like the things that could break off of this and start inspiring other things, dude. This is where we're at, and I think that this could be inspirational to the mainstream in a way a lot of projects couldn't inspire the mainstream.
How cool would it be? And again, this is just my imagination. If you were able to take your Sly guy into a virtual world at some point,
bitch slap somebody in the metaverse as Stallone. Got bald head. Oh, that would be awesome.
I'll go cliffhanger on somebody. I'll just hang on something and be like, Adrian. I'll just mix two movies together. I don't even care.
A mashup.
That would be cool too, to grab one of those Sly guys if they have some vibes of like 2 or 3 different like things he's been in. That would be pretty cool too. Well, I guess we can wrap it up. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. Please go ahead and check out Planet Sly, planetsly.com. Go get yourself Sly listed on their Discord. And if you are an artist or a project that wants to collab, go ahead and fill out that request collab because that's an amazing opportunity. Don't let that pass you by. Because
Adrian!
Yeah, we're going to end it on that one. Adrian!
Go.
Have a day.
Have a day. We love you.
Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Kenn Bosak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Kenn bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Kenn Bosak.